sad about it, so sad about it.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexican, don't make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Son. 44 to Mike. I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second down, it's Bell, and they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
48 to Mike. Watch twist.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 48.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
That's good for the Jets. First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
48.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Darnold. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40.
44, Mike, 44. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You got it.
On 1st down, Bell. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there.
48 for Mike. I'm coming. Mike, 48. Did you get this? Hey, wahoo!
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Open man is Anderson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call. After the penalty, it's Bell. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line. Just across the 25.
They're on 26-yard line.
Here we go. Off the flag. 58 for Mike. Let's go, defense. Over. Who we got? Hey, check 24. Check 24. Watch the twitch.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up.
on second down, Eckler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
He's checking crap. Kill.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Check 3. Lady. Cloud.
They'll try the right side with Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 26, check 26. Bang, 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 bang.
And to give this time to the tailback. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly for 6. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception, and they'll get him down here at the 23.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Darnold. And Darnold, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Lambeau on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold now to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From the 25 on second down, Jackson, that one complete. He finds Shark, and they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All day, baby, all day. Wahoo. At 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. I'm on. It's free.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. No one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. 56.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. Here's Darnold. Got a man, it's Berrios complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Darnold, he lost the football, and the Jags grab it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. Lambo to add on the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Jaguars 28, Jets 3.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Darnold. Found his target. It's Anderson. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw is Darnold. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Motion, motion, motion. 44.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Josh Allen in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Watch the slack. 36, 36.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to
From the gun, it's Jackson. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Running on first down, Eckler. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Well, the return will stop right around the 25. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
58, boy, 58. 58 to Mike. Yeah. That's the way. 58 to Mike.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. That's going to be caught by Kirk. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Ricky. Watch twist. Watch twist. Jim.
On the ground, it's Eckler. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Eckler, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and the lead will swell by 1 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They'll go again with Bell. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You don't want none of it. Pick up the ball. Motion.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. They'll set up to throw. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Watch tight. Tight is right.
Now back to throw. And he'll complete this one to Barrios. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
24 is the mic, baby. Yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 24 is the mic. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Echo. Lady.
24 is the mic.
Go.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down. A loss of 4. They'll drop the throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
50 on side. Hey, lady. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Jackson, that escapes the sand. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Mike 48, Mike 48.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it's going to be 2nd down. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
24 is the mic. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. It's caught by Herndon. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 22. Darnold on 1st down. Caught here by Bell. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. On 1st down, it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Darnold from the red zone now. Herndon hauls it in for the Jet touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. A post to the tight end for 6. Gosh, those guys are so tough to cover, aren't they? Just in general, tight ends running those patterns near the goal line.
Because you have to decide how you want to treat them. Are they a wide receiver? Are they a big extra blocker on the field? Or are they a hybrid and caught in between? So are you going to use a linebacker? Are you going to use a safety? Are you going to even move a corner in if you're going to play nickel or dime defense? They usually win those matchups because they have an answer for all 3 of those positions.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which...
And he loses the football a second time. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
So following the fumble recovery, here's Darnold. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, the big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to Cannon again on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, this is Cannon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. He's done his part, Charles, no doubt about that. Maybe he's going to go over to the sideline now and tell this defense, hey, let's go, step up.
And if they do, they've got a chance because right now he's become a force that hasn't been stopped from his side. 3 touchdowns rushing already, eager for more. If they get any type of stops, we've got a heck of a game on our hands.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. No gain on the play there, second down. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Let's get the ball.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. It's complete to Chris Conley. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been rush coming, and he's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Jackson now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And now once again, they'll line up to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing again on second down. Darnold got a man. It's Berrios complete. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Be ready, be ready. Ready. 44.
Throwing here on third down. Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Darnold going to lead the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again is Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll go down at the 28. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta. Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Hey, they scared. Young lady. Hey, look at that.
Again, Darnold. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Throwing is Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And he will not add 2 more to the final score. Doesn't matter. This one's